Hi YouTube, my name is Anterica and I'm doing my first journal video entry for my weight loss surgery. I'm less than 2 weeks pre-op and I'm getting the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and I wanted to come on here and kind of give my reasons why. No, I was told by several people who have already had the surgery, and just from what I've seen that have been successful, that they've done like video entries. It's kind of like their video diary of their weight loss journey, and they were able to go like from where they started and compare it to where they're at now, and they just said that it was like a huge blessing that they were able to do it. So I decided I want to be successful too, of course, and I would love to be able to have some of my in the moment, you know, journey thing moments captured on video. So that's why I'm doing it. So I'm gonna just kind of talk really brief um, about why I'm getting the surgery, how do I feel about getting the surgery, um, how did people react to my decisions, and my goals before and after surgery, and kind of give you some like history on me as far as like where I started at, and how long I've been battling with my addiction with food and my weight. So I pray that this video is inspirational to some, or to all, but I pray that it's inspirational to some, and great information for others. I pray that I'm able to inspire you, whoever views this, um, as those who have done this that I've watched have inspired me. Also pray that if anybody is deciding to get it, as far as the weight loss surgery, that they have some information that they can grab from here that would be helpful on their decision making process for it. So I will get right into it. Again, my name is Anterica and I'm 28. My heaviest recorded weight was 284, and I'm currently right now 255. And the reason I want to get the weight loss surgery in a nutshell is that I had a severe preemie. I had severe preeclampsia in 2011, and every specialist that I saw when I was hospitalized, and I saw like 3 to 4 of them per day, came in, and they would say they didn't know what was causing the preeclampsia, but they were able to give me what they thought were main contributing factors. And unfortunately, every last one said your weight, the obesity, being severely overweight as you are. Like every last one of them. And people were coming up to see me um, because I was like a severe case. And they kept saying like they didn't understand like why I was so severe. Like it didn't make any sense to them. When the doctors would call and talk, other doctors would call and talk to them about my case. It didn't make any sense to why I would be so severe, being that I didn't have any diabetes. Excuse me, I didn't have any diabetes. I didn't have any, like issues like that. Like high blood pressure wasn't in my history. Never had preeclampsia with it. My other two boys previous before, like nothing. And they didn't understand how I came in with a blood pressure of 207 over 198, and I'm able to talk. I was able to walk, and like I wasn't blind. Like I was fine. Uh, as far as they could see, but medically I was severely sick. Like it was really bad. But they said my weight was the contributing factor, the main contributing factor. I had the lady, the doctor who delivered me, or delivered my son through cesarean section, come in one day and tell me after, it seemed like a class of doctors. I felt like I was an experiment off of, what's that show? Not Oz. Oh darn, the doctor with the cane. Why can't I think of his name? House. There you go. I'm like, okay, I'm in one. House. I felt like I was one of those experiments. I felt like I was one of his patients. It was like a cluster of doctors in there, and they were like writing on their notes and talking and collaborating with each other and looking at me and pointing and checking and doing crazy stuff or whatever. And after they had left, she came in because she was in the cluster, of course. she said, I want to tell you this. She said, you have a sweet spirit, and, I just really want you to understand something. You are extremely sick, and we truly believe that your sickness wouldn't be as extreme as it is if you weren't as overweight as you are. Um, she said that I was putting a lot of stress on my body and my heart, and it wasn't good. And if I continued on the way that I was going, that I wouldn't be here. It was that severe. So after she left, I had like sat in the bed and I was just like, okay, God, it's time, obviously, for me to get this weight off. So I need your help. That's all that I could say. I didn't know what else to say. And so it was at that moment where I was like, okay, now that my weight is affecting my health and my livelihood and the ones that I love, I need to fix it. I really need to fix it. I need to drop the attitude of, you don't like me because I'm fat, don't look at me, and if you don't like it, oh well, I don't care. It, like, all of that had to be thrown out the window, and it had to become, okay, hey, I got to do what I have to do in order to get this weight off by any means necessary type situation. So after I got out of the hospital and I got better, of course, and my son came home 6 months later, I decided, I'm gonna look at all the different avenues as far as weight loss and figure out what I can do. So I tried working out, running track. I tried getting a nutritionist, finding out how many calories I burn when I'm sleeping and how many calories I need to burn, in order for me to lose weight. Like, I went on this whole hunt to, like, lose this weight. And I lost some weight, but I didn't lose, like, a dramatic amount of weight, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't lose enough to where it mattered, to where my doctor was like, okay, you no longer need to be on high blood pressure pills. I was told in the hospital that preeclampsia is cured by those. Sorry, my head is starting to hurt. Preeclampsia is cured by having a baby. When you deliver the baby, then you don't have to worry about it no more, is what I was told. Your blood pressure and everything will stabilize and you'll be fine. That was not the case for me. I had the baby and I still was sick. Like, they kept me an extra 3 days after him in the hospital, just trying to get my blood pressure under control. They wind up sending me home with blood pressure medication on a regimen that I had to, like, stick to, like, ritualistically, like 3 pills. I was taking like 9 pills a day for blood pressure. It was crazy. And at the time, I was only 26. So I left the hospital and, waited a few months thinking, okay, well, they're going to take me off these high blood pressure pills. And, I was still trying to, do the little workout that I could, recovering from cesarean section and stuff, and trying to get myself healthier. And I went to my doctor and asked, can you take me off these high blood pressure pills? I'm no longer pregnant. Like, I don't need to be on them no more. I'm healthy, right? I'm going to go back to normal. And she said, no, I'm not comfortable with it at all. Like, if you want to get off these pills, you need to lose the weight. You need to lose 10% of your body weight, is what she told me. I was so hurt because I was thinking, I'm 26, I'm on high blood pressure pills, and you want me to lose 10 pounds? And 10 pounds is a big number to me. Like, especially to me. Like, 10 pounds, that's a huge number. How am I going to lose 10 pounds? I can't even lose 1 pound. And I'm trying now. How am I going to lose 10 pounds? So I started, running track or whatever, and I would see inches come off, but I wouldn't see the weight number go down. And so it was frustrating me. So then I tried to do, like, I think I tried Sensa Diet, Weight Watchers, what's that, Phenermine pills, water pills, Slim Quick 30. um, I tried countless stuff to lose weight, like, countless stuff to lose weight. And it wasn't working. Like, it was working, but it was like at a real lethargic type rate. Like, it was really slow, and it was frustrating. And not only was it frustrating, it was discouraging, because it was like, I'm doing this stuff. Like, I'm in the gym with these girls who are smaller than me, busting my butt trying to get to their size, and they're seeing results and I'm not. And it's discouraging because it's like, well, what's the point? If I'm never going to lose this weight, I'm not going to sit here trying to work out and I'm not going to lose weight. It's crazy, right? No. Like, I was upset. I felt like giving up. I got depressed. I cried. I was hurt because I wanted to lose this weight so bad, but it was not coming off for me easily like it was everybody else. So then I said, okay, I'm going to try weight loss surgery. My mother had the Roux-en-Y. My cousin had the lap band. And, it worked out for them. I don't want the Roux-en-Y. My mom got really sick with the Roux-en-Y. And it wasn't because the Roux-en-Y did not work, but it was because she did not follow her plan that her doctor gave her correctly. And she tried to do the same stuff that she was doing before after her surgery, eating the same way. And mentally, it was like she refused to be in the mindset of, this is my lifestyle change, I can't go back to how I was type situation. So she kind of hit the wall a lot of times, and it scared me. So I didn't want to hit the wall. So I said I would never get that surgery. But then it came to a point where I was trying to lose it on my own and it wouldn't come off. So I went in for the vertical sleeve bariatric program, or I went in for the bariatric program and chose to do the vertical sleeve. And I prayed about it and prayed about it and prayed like the Dickens about it. And I prayed until God gave me an answer and gave me peace about the situation, because I was so distraught. Like, I was so frustrated. I didn't know if God was mad at me. I didn't know if he felt like I didn't trust him. Like, I was a mess because I didn't want to do anything against God, is how I felt. And I didn't know if me doing the surgery was quote unquote against God. And a lot of people would be like, oh, you're lazy, you don't trust God. Like, I dealt with a lot coming to the decision to get weight loss surgery. But I did some research and I went on YouTube and was able to look at recordings from people who had had the surgery done, and to listen to their stories and understand like where they were at, how they felt, about their weight and how restricted they were because of their weight. It brought me to a decision, through prayer and just research, that this was the best route for me. This would be the best thing for me because it would help me to jumpstart that weight loss that I've been trying to do all my life. So I feel great about getting the weight loss surgery. I feel great about getting a VSG. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I'm so excited. I'm just like like a little kid. Like, I can't wait. Like, I love science, so just being in the OR is like huge to me. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see, a newer me, a newer, smaller me, a newer, healthier me. Um, excuse me. Sorry. I'm excited. I'm excited to see a newer me. I'm excited to see the chains of obesity broken off of me, and me being able to be free and not restricted in the things that I can or cannot do, like when I'm sitting on an airplane crowding somebody else's space, or on a roller coaster being afraid and having the anxiety of being embarrassed that it's not going to close, or being embarrassed because it takes two people to like take their knee and push the ride down to lock it to make sure that when they have this ride, I'll be able to ride on it. Like, or even I've had the embarrassment of not being able to ride on the ride because I was too big and they couldn't get it to close, so I had to sit out while everybody else was able to, ride. So I just thought about that, and that sucks. I'm excited to be able to be included, to be able to be an equal quote unquote contender, if that makes sense. I'm excited to see how people will treat me, whether they're looking at me for me and listening to me for me, or because my weight or comparing me to my weight. Um, but I'm excited to go through with it. I'm in a program where there are women and men who have gone through the surgery, and they have their support groups and they talk about it. So there's people who have already done it before me that I've grown bonds with. Um, and I'm excited to be able to be on that other side, to be like, yeah, I was there. It hurt to cry myself to sleep at night because I was so big, or to feel, unsexy, or, less than pretty or less than average because I was big. I'm excited to be like, I'm no longer there, or, I'm excited to have change, newness, order, structure. Like, I'm excited for that. Um, Even though I'm excited for it, I can tell you that when I told people that I was gonna have weight loss surgery, it was not pretty. Like, there were a lot of people who were like, "Are you crazy? You're being lazy. You're taking the easy road out. You just don't like hard work. That's why you're not getting. Or that's why you want to do the surgery, because that's just easy for you to do." Or I've heard some crazy off the wall stuff, but um, unfortunately, it's been more negative than positive. Um, there were positive things that I was told, where it was like, congratulations, you're doing something about it, and I'm happy for you. I'm so happy to see that you're going to be so much happier and so much healthier, that you're going to be more active, you're going to have a longer life, like, you're not allowing your addiction to take over you as it has been all of your life. Like, I had one lady compare it to someone who was addicted to drugs, and how they decided that they were going to make a change as far as going to, like, a treatment facility. Um, that's how they compared my weight loss surgery to it. Is basically, I'm going to get the treatment that I need in order to kick this addiction, and not allow this addiction to have control over me, but for me to be broken from those chains of addiction. Like, I'm going to be able to, you know, beat it. And I thought that was awesome. At first, I was like, did she just compare me to a crackhead? Did she, did she really just compare me to a crack? Wow. Yeah, it was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was thinking, oh, she didn't just. I think this lady just called me a crackhead. But when I really sat down and looked at, like, her logic behind it, and, like, really listened to the words that she was saying without, like, thinking, like, did she just call me a crackhead? Like, it made sense. It was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. She was saying, like, this is something to be celebrated, that you're taking your life, you know, in your hands, and you're doing something with it, that you're not allowing, your addiction to become, your death. So it was pretty heartfelt after I, like, got past the crackhead part. But it was, hey, if that's how you had to compare it for me to get an understanding of it, then great. But it was great for me. To me, it was great to me that, she would bring it into, like, realization, something, like, I guess, tangible to grasp, if that makes sense. I had another lady who actually lost over 100, like, 86 pounds, I think it is, on her own. I expect her to be like, girl, if I can do it, you can do it. Are you crazy? I sat up there and I did hard work, and, I expected her to go in on me, like, bad. But she didn't. She was like, I'm so happy that you care that much about you, that you would do what you have to do to make sure that you could change it, that you would be around, that you would be healthier. So, congratulations, I'm there for you. Whatever you want me to do, if you want to talk, she was like, I'm here for you. You can do it. She was like, I believe you could do it either way. If you could do it, without weight loss surgery, great. Um, if you can't, then great. You have to do it through weight loss surgery, great. I just believe in you. I believe that, you can do it, is what she told me. And it was just great to hear that, somebody who had the opportunity, and she said she was a prime candidate for it, and she didn't go through with it, was okay with me saying, I am not able to do what you did. as fast as you did or as well as you did or whatever. I have to take a different route. I have to do it this way. This is what works best for me. And she didn't like, you know, how you said, bash me for it. She encouraged me, and it was great. So my goals before surgery is to get to 244. I would love to say that I lost 40 pounds before I got on that table and got the surgery. Um, it's still a great accomplishment to lose 30, but I would love to lose 10 more to be like I lost 40 pounds before I laid down on that table. So um, it's a big accomplishment. So I would love to be at 244, 245. That would be awesome. What else? Uh, that's my biggest thing. I did accomplish one of my goals was to get off of high blood pressure pills before I got the surgery, and I was able to do that. I went to my doctor in January, and she said, you've lost enough weight to where I feel comfortable enough to take you off of high blood pressure pills, and you don't need them. So yay, I don't need high blood pressure pills anymore. I'm only taking them for safety precautions because I'm going through the surgery, and it's just their precautions. Like, you have to stay on that until after the surgery, and then after surgery, then you're fine. But if I decided I didn't want to do the surgery, then I don't need high blood pressure pills anymore. I'm somewhat back to where I was before, if that makes sense. But I'm going through with it because it's something I really want to do. I know it's for me. So that's a goal that I accomplished, whereas it was a goal before. So after surgery, my goal is to be healthy. My goal is for my doctor to say, you are healthy. No buts, none of that. No, you are healthy. Congratulations, and I will see you, next time. Great, checkup. You're healthy. That would be awesome. To be able to tie my shoes without having to take one breath. And this sounds really bad, but so when I tie my shoes, when I bend over, I have to take a deep breath like this, bend over, and tie my shoes. That's literally how I tie my shoes every day that I put on shoes. I like to be able to tie my shoes and be able to breathe more than once while I'm down there and not feel like I have to come up from air because I'm drowning, I would like to be able to bend over and tie my shoes without my legs going numb and feeling like if I move I'm going to collapse because my legs are now tingling and shaking. I would like to wash and not be out of breath. I would like to be able to walk across a parking lot in high heels or walk in high heels all day and be comfortable and not be hurt and gotta take them off because my shoes have a weight limit. I would love to be able to run around with my sons and play with them and have them tired and not me tired. I would want to tire out my boys. I would love to be more confident with my body, intimately with my husband. Just being around him or what have you. Period. I would love for him to know that he's attracted to me physically too. I know he's emotionally and mentally, but physically also. What else? I would like to be able to shop for clothes and be that I shop for clothes for style and not, because this doesn't make me look fat or this hides my curves or hides my rolls. So, I have a whole bucket list, but those are some of the main ones. I definitely want to be healthier, and I want to be able to run and play with my sons. I want to be able to scrub my baseboards on my floor and not be out of commission for 3 to 4 days because my knee swelled up because I had so much weight on it. I would like to be able to enter into the Olympics, and I'm not trying to get gold medals, but I would be okay to place 5th place, 4th place in the 100-yard dash. Big dreamings, right? But I want to be able to do a 5K. be able to sit on an airplane and not be crowding over onto the next person's seat. And I know this sounds bad, but I want to be able to shop at Walmart and not have to pay $3 extra because I'm bigger, or have to pay for an extra seat because I'm bigger, or the roller coaster thing. Yeah, I have several goals, but those are ones that I can think of right now. So this is my video of why I want to do weight loss surgery, and I hope that it will be able to help somebody else who is dealing with trying to figure out if they want to do it or not, and that if it's inspirational to them. So I will tune into you guys in actually a few days, because I'm a little less than 2 weeks pre-op. My surgery is on the 20th, and I will see you guys soon.